Hello, and thank you for joining me today for our morning practice. For today's practice, we will be using a strap. Now you can get a strap like this on Amazon, fairly inexpensive, like about $8, or you can use any kind of strap or belt that you have. And we'll also be using 2 blocks. So this is a short morning practice to help loosen up our hips and our back and our shoulders, and let us start our day feeling nice and expanded and ready to face the week. So we're going to start on our backs, coming down and raising our arms overhead to get a long body stretch, and then dropping our arms. If your arms feel comfortable overhead, you can leave them that way. You can have your toes falling out in this sort of Savasana pose, or if you'd like, you can bend your knees a little bit, placing your feet together in this reclined butterfly. We're going to take a few breaths here, just noticing how our bodies feel today, physically, mentally, and spiritually, with no judgment. Throughout the practice, we'll try to breathe in and out through our nose if it's available to you. Maybe gently constricting your throat, getting that ujjayi breath. Let's take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Soft exhales, releasing. Now, if your legs were straight, go ahead and bend your legs and have your feet a little bit apart in this butterfly pose. We're going to start by gently raising our knees and letting them fall. Just sort of noticing how our hips and our low back feel this morning. And the next time our knees come up, let's bring our arms down with our palms on the mat, bringing our feet a little wider than shoulder length. We're going to lift up into a gentle bridge and then slowly lower. Let's do just a few of these, waking up our glute muscles here. And on this last one, let's pause, tucking our chin, lifting our pelvis, feeling your feet pushing down. And then slowly release. We're going to start by placing our strap around the ball of our right foot. So if you have one with the loops, you can place the loop around your foot, or you can place the middle of whatever strap you have around your foot. And keeping our left knee bent, let's do some circles with our right leg. You can have as much bend in your knee as you'd like, and you can make these circles as big or as little as you'd like. Noticing how your bottom feels, how your hip feels. Let's switch directions. And then we'll stop in center, gently pulling our leg towards us, pressing our heel up. You can always have as much bend as you need in your knee. We're stretching our hamstring here, which crosses the knee joint, so you may need to have a little bit of a bend. And then we'll gently bend our right knee towards our right shoulder. Maybe you want to let your left knee fall out in this half-happy baby. release. We're going to switch sides, placing our right foot down. Strap is on our left foot, and we will start these circles. You may notice that the left side feels different than the right. And when you're ready, you can switch directions. Pause and center, reaching our heel up as we gently pull our leg towards us, tucking our chin and relaxing our face, breathing into the back of our left thigh. Now we'll slowly bend that knee towards our left shoulder. Again, maybe you want to drop your right knee out, letting gravity do its work as you gently pull on the strap. And we'll release. Now let's take one knee at a time in our hands and do some circles. And we'll switch directions. Now you can get up any way you'd like. Maybe you want to grab the back of your thighs and roll a few times, or you can just turn on your side and push your way up. We're going to sit all the way up into an easy seated pose. And once again, we're going to grab our strap, holding the ends so they don't kind of flop around, and then holding it about shoulder length apart. Let's reach our arms overhead. And we're going to do a few little side bends. Elbows are bending as we come down. So we're inhaling up out of our waist and then exhaling as we bend. We're not coming down too far, just really feel like we're getting this nice stretch on the side of our waist. And the next time we come right, let's pause, reaching out of our waist, rooting down our left sit bone. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up. Now let's round our back, tucking our chin as we bring the strap forward. And then inhale, raising the strap, looking up. We'll do this a little on our own, following your breath. Sort of a seated cat-cow. We have a very light grip on the strap, so we're not causing any tension in our neck. One last time, reaching up. And then we'll bring our strap to shoulder level, and we're going to do some circles. So just up and around, you can shut your eyes. Warming up our shoulders. The strap is supporting us. And then the next time the strap comes down, we're going to turn and rotate, placing one hand on our thigh, the other behind us, getting a gentle rotation with a bend in our elbows. Slowly release. We're going to do those circles the other direction. So again, noticing that light grip on the strap, kind of waking up our core muscles here. And then we'll slowly turn to the left, having a bend in our elbows as we gently push on our thigh and the floor, twisting around. Slowly return to center, placing the strap to the side. We're going to straighten our left leg and grab one of our blocks and place it on the outside of our leg. So our forearm is going to be on the block as we inhale the right arm up and over in this side bend. Your head can be forward or you can look down, and maybe gently push your forearm into the block so you're getting a slight rotation of your right shoulder back, reaching out of your waist. And then we'll slowly turn towards our left leg. Maybe you grab your toes, maybe you place your hand on the mat. If you're grabbing your toes, you can gently pull them back as you fold down. Now we'll slowly walk our hands back. We're going to place the block on the other side. Hands are behind us. Let's bend our feet, our knees, placing our feet flat on the mat so we can do some windshield wipers here. Letting our knees fall right and left. Maybe you look the opposite direction. And the next time our knees fall right, we're going to let our knees drop, coming towards the front of our mat. We're going to walk around to the right and slowly fold forward, placing our forehead on the block, completely relaxing our body, our legs, taking a few breaths in this forward fold twist. Now we'll walk our way back up, and we're going to straighten our right leg. Left foot is facing our right thigh, placing our right arm on the block as we inhale up and over, really reaching out from our waist all the way to our fingers. Again, you can turn your head down and relax your neck muscles, but keep that left shoulder back, maybe by a slight press into the block with your right forearm. And then we'll slowly turn towards our leg, maybe grabbing your toes, maybe letting your hand fall, gently pulling ourselves down. Now let's walk our hands back behind us. We're going to bring that block to the other side as we do those windshield wipers again. Starting to feel our hips opening up a little bit. And then the next time your knees fall left, we're going to do that twist where we come around to the left and slowly drop down, placing our forehead on the block and relaxing our entire body. We're going to walk our way back up, turning towards center. Let's straighten both of our legs to the side, and they can be out as far or as little as you need. You can also bend your knees if you'd like. We're going to bring our blocks forward, placing our forearms on the blocks, and gently fold forward. Maybe you want to flex and extend your neck. Just a few times here, and then let your head fall, relaxing your toes. Now let's walk our way back up. We're going to go into a tabletop position, bringing the blocks with us. We're going to place our hands on the blocks, so we've got a little height here. We're going to do a few cat-cows, rounding our back as we tuck our chin, arching our back as we look up. So exhaling as we round, inhaling as we arch. You can bend your elbows if you'd like. Following your breath. One more round. Now let's bring our blocks forward. We're going to go into a puppy pose where we're keeping our bottom up and letting our chest fall towards our thighs. Hands are on the blocks. Maybe your forehead touches the mat. You'll feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. If you have any pain, you can bring the blocks a little closer to you with a little more of a bend in your shoulders. Opening up our chest. Now we'll slowly come up, letting our pelvis fall, keeping our elbows relatively straight. You can have a slight bend in your elbows. And then we'll push back into this puppy pose. I'm going to do a few of these, coming down and then slowly coming up, letting our pelvis drop. Inhaling as we come forward, exhaling as we go back. Let's do this one last time. And then as we come back to tabletop, we're going to bring the blocks closer and turn them on their sides so we're on the narrow edge, just so it's easier to hold. We're going to inhale our arm and our leg up, exhaling it down, and switching sides. I'm going to do this a few times, nice and slow. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Working our little back muscles called the multifidi. Give stability to our back. Now the next time our right arm and our left leg come up, let's pause, flexing our left foot so we're pushing our heel back. And then we'll bend our knee as we swing our arm back, tapping our block on our foot, and then back forward. We'll do just a few of these, engaging your core muscles. And on this last one, let's push our foot into the block and pause. Maybe shut your eyes for if you want to try your balance. And release. Now we'll straighten our left arm and our right leg. Pausing here. And then we'll bend that back knee as we swing our arm back, tapping the block on our foot. Should have no pain in your back. One last time, and we'll pause, pushing the block into our hand just slightly, maybe shutting your eyes. And release. Let's place our toes together and our knees out. We're going to come down into a child's pose, keeping our hands on the blocks, but your elbows are off. Maybe your forehead touches down. Let's breathe into our low back. And let's come up. We're going to go back into that tabletop, tucking our toes. We're going to lift our body up and just gently tap our knees up and down as we are engaging our stomach muscles. And then we'll hover our knees just an inch over the mat, squeezing in our bellies and breathing. And then drop them down. Knees and feet are together. One more child's pose. This time we're going to bring our arms next to our legs, dropping our forehead down with a bend in our elbows. Take a few deep breaths. Now as we slowly come up, place our hands on the blocks again. Feet are apart, toes are together. Maybe bring your blocks a little bit forward. We're going to keep our elbows close as we bend our elbows coming down, lifting our toes. And then back, pushing our bottom back to child's pose. Inhaling forward, exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling back. Just one last time. As you come up, let's tuck our toes. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. So bending one knee at a time, looking right and left. And then when you're ready, let's have a bend in our knees as we press through the base of our fingers, reaching our chest towards our thighs, really extending our back, and then slowly reach your heels towards the mat. Knees can be bent, heels do not need to touch. Let's take a few breaths here. And we'll slowly come forward, shoulders coming over our wrists. Let's tap our knees on the mat, back up, downward facing dog. Do 3 more of these. Slowly coming forward, tapping your knees, and back. Now the next time we come back, we're going to lift up on our toes. Lift our right leg up and then bring it forward to the outside of our block into this runner's pose. So let's move a little bit forwards and backwards. And then find a little stillness and lower your back knee up and down a few times, getting a nice stretch in our left hip flexors. The next time your knee drops, let's put the top of our foot on the mat, placing our right hand on our knee, and letting our left elbow bend as we gently let our right knee fall out and look back. No pain in your back. And release. We're going to tuck our back toes, bringing that foot back, pedaling at our feet, and then coming up on our toes, lifting the left leg up, and then bringing it forward to the outside of the block. Going forwards and backwards a few times. And then let's drop that knee up and down. Maybe pulling your left knee in a little bit. It's falling out. And then we'll drop that right knee. Top of the foot is on the mat. Placing our left hand on our knee as we gently turn, bending our elbows, letting our knee fall out as we sink our pelvis. And release. We're going to slowly bring that leg back, cross our feet and come back on our bottom so we can roll all the way down. So come all the way down on your back. We're going to place this block in between our thighs, squeezing the block, and take the other block over our head. So we're holding the block whatever way you'd like. Now let's tighten our stomach and push our low back into the mat as we lift our legs up so our legs are parallel to the mat. Then we're going to tap our toes on the mat, and as we lift our legs, bring our arms forward. We'll do this a few times, keeping that low back on the mat as we squeeze the blocks with our hands and our thighs. The next time your toes come down, let's hover our toes and our arms over the mat, engaging our stomach muscles and breathing. And release. We'll place the blocks to the side. Grabbing one knee at a time, let's do a few more of those circles. And circles the other way. Placing our left foot on the mat, we're going to take our strap one last time, placing it around the ball of our foot, and gently pressing our heel away as we pull the strap towards us. And then we'll straighten that left leg, taking the strap in our left hand. We gently guide our leg to the left, opening up our right arm, looking right, really relaxing our legs. The right foot can be in the air or on the mat or the floor. And keeping that leg low, let's sweep it all the way around to the right. Switching hands with the strap, opening up the left arm, using your right arm to gently pull your leg up. Both legs are relaxed. And then we'll bend that right knee, giving one last little pull. And switch sides. The strap is on the left foot as we gently pull it towards us. Maybe you notice you have opened up a little since the beginning of class. Now we'll straighten the right leg and guide our left leg to the right as we gently look left. Keeping our leg low, we're going to sweep it around to the left. You can use your left hand to give it a gentle pull. And then we'll bend our left knee, pulling it towards our left shoulder, gentle pull on the strap. Release. Let's go ahead and place our feet flat wide on the mat, doing a few little windshield wipers before we go down for a short little Savasana to end class and start our day. When you're ready, you can straighten your legs, placing them wide on the mat, letting your toes fall out, palms facing up, and completely relax your body, letting your breath return to normal. Let's wiggle our fingers and our toes, bending one knee at a time, rolling on our side, pausing for a breath, then pressing our way up into an easy seated pose. Let's place our hands on our knees and noticing how our body feels. Let's bring our hands together at heart center, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for taking this time to come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in all of you, and together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel nice and stretched out and ready to take on your day. I hope to practice with you soon.